Well, thanks for having me today. Diane is exactly right. What we're seeing out in the market is certainly not a demand concern, but one of supply. And that would be both on the new home as well as the resale market. So, yes, we came into 2021 with really a record backlog of about 8,400 homes. I think we were up year over year around 86%, and we're adding inventory in our communities across the country as well.
And so when you're talking about the communities across the country, we've been talking a lot about sort of the flight from cities to the suburbs as more of us have been working from home during the pandemic and expect to continue that trend at least to some degree. And our homes become our offices, they become our gyms. What are you seeing when it comes to where people are wanting to live and then where subsequently you're needing to be building?
It's a great question, and we're seeing demand across all of our geographies across the country. We're seeing it across all consumer groups, and Diana talked a little bit about the low inventory with that first-time buyer. We actually are seeing that across all of our consumer sets. People are, they've learned a lot about their house through COVID, so we're seeing a number of different reasons for this. We're seeing people that need their home, they need more space, they need additional spaces. It could not have anything to do with COVID. It could be growing families. But people have more flexibility today because they're not having to go into the office. So we are certainly seeing people move further out. But what seems to be of most important to our customers is, one, is the spaces that you were talking about. Two, is good technology in their home. And three is really the feeling of health and safety. And I know we've talked about it before, but that's why we introduced our TM Live Well, a suite of healthy features to our homes that are standard.
Cheryl, how are rising input costs, most especially lumber, affecting your business, how you have to price your homes, and do you expect those price hikes in lumber and other inputs to persist?
Yeah, lumber has been a little bit crazy over these last few months. I think the good news is from what we're seeing right now, we believe it's plateauing. The futures are directionally correct now, albeit it's still very, very high levels. We're seeing pressures across the entire chain. So we're seeing price pressures, we're seeing labor pressure. This is what we do. We're always focused on, it seems like, a certain part of the schedule. Right now, given some of the stuff or what we saw in the Gulf, we're seeing a lot of pressure on plastics, probably have the greatest exposure, but there's always something, and it's our job to resource it, look for alternative methods, and generally our teams are doing a really nice job on that. But of course, there's some cost pressure that's associated with, one, the demand that's out there today, and the COVID impacts, weather impacts, the Gulf impacts.
Is that Gulf impact, let me ask you, are you talking about the Suez thing? Is the Suez affecting you at all, or do you anticipate that it will?
Right now, not really. Mm-hmm. I think we have seen, probably the greatest impact we're seeing is one of transportation. You're probably hearing about shipping containers. We have some commodities that are on some levels of allocation, but honestly, we're working our way through it. I think cost of transportation, you were talking earlier about, the cost of what's happened to energy, gasoline, that's having a small impact. But we have to recognize that given all that, we have the offset today still of very, very low interest rates, historically low interest rates, even though we have seen some pressure over the last quarter.
And Cheryl, very quickly, I want to pick up on that point because we talked a lot about supply, but when it comes to demand, are you saying that even though interest rates are rising, they're still historically low, and so that is not so much of a deterrent for a buyer of your home?
I think it's really important to keep that in perspective. We are still seeing historically low rates. And I'd say housing is a bright spot in the economy today. Maybe the best way to illustrate that is to give you a year-over-year example. So if I were to take a $400,000 mortgage and I look at today's rates, which are still lower than 12 months ago. Last year, when we were seeing rates around 3.5, we thought, oh, this is amazing. Imagine that, 3.5% interest rates. But then when we saw these historically low rates, certainly at the end of the year, what we're comparing now to is really unprecedented times. But today, the consumer on that average $400,000 mortgage still has about $17,000 more dollars in buying power than they did a year ago. And in fact, probably have a monthly mortgage payment nearly $75 a month less. So yeah, we've seen some pressure since the end of the year, no doubt. But our buyers continue to look for the most house they can have. And certainly the greatest pressure is on that first-time entry buyer. But FHA rates are still well under 3%.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.